I never thought one sentence could threaten a marriage until she said it.
I never imagined a single conversation could tilt the foundation of a marriage. But that night something shifted, quietly at first, then all at once. My name is Leo, I'm 38, and I've been married for 8 years to Marlo. We met in a messy college art studio. She was all color and chaos, laughter and vibrant ideas. I was her opposite, careful, measured, steady. She used to say I made her feel safe. But somewhere along the years, that warmth dimmed, she became distant. Lingering glances at her phone, distracted half-smiles, walking out of rooms mid-conversation. I told myself it was just work, fatigue, the usual drift couples go through. Until one evening, she walked into the dining room, looked at the simple meal I'd made, and said quietly, "Leo, I've been thinking." There was a sharpness in her voice I'd never heard. "About what?" I asked. She looked down, hesitating, and then said the sentence that dissolved the ground beneath me. "I want to test something. To see if size really matters." For a moment, I forgot how to breathe. I wasn't angry. Not yet, but something cold and heavy settled in my chest. Still, I stayed calm. "Okay," I said. "I'll hear you out." The smile she gave me didn't reach her eyes. That night she left, claiming she was meeting her friend Sienna. A plausible excuse. Too plausible. I sat alone in the dim living room, the clocks ticking, filling the silence between us. As the hours passed, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. Fear. Not of betrayal, but of what she might discover out there. And what it might mean for us. Some storms start with whispers. Some begin with a single question you never expect to hear from the person you love. At 11 p.m., the front door clicked. Marlo stepped into the kitchen, freezing when she saw me sitting there in the half-dark. Her eyes were wide, not guilty, not confused, but something else entirely. She began, her voice trailing off. I set my phone aside. What I saw wasn't what I expected. There was awe in her expression, a kind of startled reverence. She stepped closer, staring at me as if seeing something new. "I didn't expect this," she whispered. My pulse thudded. "Expect what?" She let out a soft laugh, caught between disbelief and delight. "It's not what I thought." Not at all. For the first time in months, the distance between us softened. The tension that had hung like a silent fog seemed to thin. She approached me slowly, her eyes shining with something fragile and real. "Leo," she said softly, "I think I've been wrong. About everything. About what matters." Her honesty struck deeper than any insult ever could. Sometimes a revelation doesn't break a marriage. It disarms the walls you didn't know you had built. She hesitated, then took my hand, her fingers trembling but her grip firm. "I don't care about that test anymore," she said. I just want you. Nothing dramatic. No tears, just quiet, raw truth, something loosened in my chest. The doubts, the insecurities, the slow erosion of closeness, they weren't irreversible. I studied her face, the exhaustion, the regret, the softness returning. "Marlo," I said quietly, "we've been distant for a while. Somewhere along the way, we forgot how to be with each other." Her eyes glistened. "I know, I've been selfish. I let insecurities I didn't even understand get in the way. I forgot what matters." I gave a faint smile, not triumphant, just relieved. Sometimes it's the soft admissions that save a relationship. We sat together on the couch, side by side. For the first time in months, silence didn't feel like distance. It felt like healing. The strongest repairs happened quietly, thread by thread. We talked about small things we had forgotten to treasure. Her favorite meals, the tiny quirks we once loved about each other, stories from our early days. Each memory felt like a spark, reigniting a warmth we'd nearly lost. Marlo leaned her head on my shoulder. "I didn't realize how much I missed this," she whispered. "How much I missed you." I realized then, the distance wasn't about size or even desire. It was about fear. About insecurity creeping into the cracks of routine. Love isn't a single emotion. It's an accumulation of small choices, made again and again, especially when the easy choice is to drift away. When she finally stood to go to bed, she paused in the doorway. "Leo, thank you for not walking away. Thank you for being calm, for just being you." I smiled gently. I didn't stay because of any test, I said. I stayed because I love you. I never stopped. Her eyes shimmered. I love you too, she whispered. I guess I needed to be reminded that some things really don't matter. She meant size. But we both knew the truth ran far deeper. It wasn't about physical comparisons. It was about emotional distance. About us, and in that quiet moment we found each other again. Love doesn't collapse from a single crack. It collapses when you ignore the crack long enough for it to widen. Tonight we chose to mend it instead. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe.